Hello, welcome to our today's lesson. Today we are going to look at calculating decile and percentiles. So last time in our last session we looked at how to calculate upper quartile and lower quartile. So we say that a quartile divides a set of data into four equal parts, where the lower quartile is the median of the bottom set and the bottom half, and the upper quartile is the median of the upper or the top half. So today we want to look at a different thing, calculating decile and percentile. Calculating decile and percentiles. So let's look at what's the meaning of a decile and what's the meaning of a percentile. So a decile divides a set of data into 10 equal parts. Unlike the other ones we dealt with, this one decile, you have heard of the word deca in mathematics means 10. So if we talk of a decile, it in statistics it divides a set of data into 10 equal parts. What about a percentile? You know what a percentage means, something over 100. So a percentile now divides a set of data into 100 parts. Like in the data, like the one we have here, that we have, look at the data. We have 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 2, 3, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 12. Let's assume those are the heights of tree seedlings that were measured and recorded there. There are 10 in number. So if you were to calculate the first decile, the first decile takes the first position 2, because if we divide that data into 10 equal parts, each number will belong to a given section. So you say if we are told to calculate the first decile is 2 in that data, the second decile is 3, the fifth decile in our data is 8, and the seventh decile is 10. Then let's look at a percentile now. The 10th percentile is 2. So meaning the 10th percentile is the same as the first decile. The 30th percentile is 3, which is the same as the third decile when we're talking about deciles. The 50th percentile is 8. And here the fifth decile is 8. So meaning the 50th percentile is the same as the fifth decile. Then the 80th percentile is 11. Then we have here an NB. It says that the fifth decile is the median, which is also the fifth percentile of the data. So if we are given the data and we are told to find the fifth decile, it's just like they are telling you to find the median. Or if we are asked to calculate the 50th percentile, they are asking you to find the median of that data. Then what about if we are using grouped and ungrouped grouped data, decile and percentiles of grouped data? So if we are calculating the decile and the percentiles of grouped data, we use the formula like the one we used in median and quartiles. The one we used in median and quartiles. For decile, we say that a decile divides the set of data into 10 equal parts. So if we are looking for the decile, we'll use the formula lower class limit plus n over 10. Now we are dividing that one into 10 equal parts, so it's n over 10 minus cumulative frequency above over frequency within multiplied by the class interval. So you can notice the only difference with the formula of median is the n. So in median we divide n by 2, but here we are dividing n by 10. So this formula will be used to calculate the first decile. Just like if we are told to calculate the decile of the following data. So looking at the first decile, but somebody can even ask you to find the fifth decile. So we'll use 5 over 10 times n. Ninth decile, 9 over 10 multiplied by n. That's the difference. Then on percentile, we use the formula lower class limit plus the percentage given of n over 100 minus cumulative frequency above over frequency within multiplied by the class interval. So here will be given a certain percentage, like we are told to find the 30th percentile, 10th percentile, 15th percentile, 17th percentile. So we'll take that 17 over 100 multiplied by n minus cumulative frequency above over frequency within multiplied by the class multiplied by the class interval multiplied by the class interval. Let's look at an example. You are given a question. The table below shows the distribution of height to the nearest centimeter of 40 students. There's a question there. So, and the data is given. So the question is calculate the decile and the 80th percentile. Calculate the decile and the 80th percentiles. So the solution, something you should remember, we first draw a table with rows and put there a row of cumulative frequency. So you have to get the cumulative frequency just like we were doing the one of median and the quartiles. So you have to get that column of cumulative frequency. So after having the column, you look for the class to work with. Which class are we working with? Now, if we are calculating the decile, n we know is equal to 40. So 40 divided by 10 is 4. So we are looking at the class where the fourth student belong. The fourth student belong. So let's look at decile. To calculate decile, we are using the formula lower class limit plus n over 10 minus cumulative frequency above over frequency within multiplied by the class interval. So the total number of students, the value of n is 40. 40 divided by 10 is 4. So our class that we are going to use is 150 to 154. 150 to 154. That is the second class. Because that 4 belongs to the cumulative frequency 7. So the second class has students from the second student up to the 7th student. So meaning the 4th students belong in that class. So this is the class we are going to use. This is the class, not that one. This is this one, the second class. This class. So that's the class we are going to use. The second class. So we are taking the lower class limit of that class. The lower class limit of that class, it will be 149.5. We looked at how to calculate the lower class limit. That is 150 minus 0.5. We get 149.5 plus the bracket of 4. That is the cumulative frequency. That is 40 over 10 is 4 minus the cumulative frequency above the class. These two here, the cumulative frequency above that class over 5, the frequency within, over 5, the frequency within. Look at our data, this 5 here, the frequency within, then multiplied by the class interval. That is multiplied by 5. So you get 149 plus this 5 will go with this 5. This one with this. So we have 149.5 plus 2. So our decile is 151.5 centimeters. So that's our decile. As I have said, is the same as the first decile. The first decile. Then let's look at the 80th percentile. The 80th percentile. So we said this percentile, a percentile will divide the data, the set of data into 10 equal parts. So into 100 equal parts. So if we are looking at, so if the whole data is 40 and are looking at the 80th percentile, it's 80 over 100 times 40. So we are looking at the 32nd student. Where does 32nd student belong in our data? Where does the 32nd student belong in our data? This is our data. The 32nd student belongs in the fourth class. Look at the fourth class, 160 to 164. It has a cumulative frequency of 32. So that data, that class has students from 23rd student to the 32nd student. So the 32nd student belongs to that class. So that's the class we are going to use. We'll take the lower class limit of that class, which is now 159.5. Remember, we are taking 160 minus 0.5. So 159.5 plus 32, the 80 over 100 of n, minus 23, that is the cumulative frequency above that class. This 23 here, this 23 here, then minus over 9, that is the cumulative frequency within this 9 here, this one here, over 9, then multiplied by 5. That is the class interval, the class width. Remember, we say that to get the class width, we are taking the upper class limit minus the lower class limit. So our 80th percentile will be 159.5 plus 5 to get 164.5. 164.5. So that's how we get the deciles and the percentiles. The deciles and percentiles. An assignment for you. Assignment. You have the data. The data below shows the time taken by 30 athletes who took part in 400 meters beats, 400 meters hearts during a school sports day. So the data shows the time taken by 30 athletes who took part in 400 meters hits during a school sports day. You have the data below, time in seconds, number of athletes. You have the classes from 43 to 46 up to 63 to 66. Then the number of athletes that are given there, that is, the number of athletes are the frequency. We have that frequency. So we are told to calculate the decile and the 70th percentile. The decile and the 70th percentile. So here you have to create another column of cumulative frequency. So when calculating the decile, get the decile first. So get the total frequency first. Like here, 3, 12. This is 24 plus 25 plus 27. So there are 30 students. There are 30 athletes, so the number of n is 30. So the decile will take a tenth of 30, like that. Identify the class just as we have done. So bye. We'll meet in our next session where we will look at how to get the median, upper quartile, and lower quartile using the O-give curve.